Show them how you really feel. How do you fuck up a hot dog?
Yeah, explain this.
All right, guys, today we are going to try to address a couple of issues on the Jetta, namely the air conditioning system. I keep looking down from my backup camera. This car does not have one. So yes, we have been driving it. Good news about the Jetta is it runs just fine. Clutch is great, transmission is great, it's nice and smooth, and it runs really good. I mean, I'm really surprised at how well it actually just drives, you know. It just gets down the road. The biggest thing for me is the coolant situation. I mean, not the coolant, the cooling situation, basically being the AC. It's hot as balls here, and if somebody wins in like Oklahoma or Texas, I'm gonna be super concerned that they're gonna be, you know, sweating balls out here with no air conditioning. I can't do that to somebody. So we're heading over to Auto Auction Rebuilds, aka Randy. If you haven't followed him, link in the description down below. He's also part of the giveaway for this car. If you haven't seen it yet, or haven't been a part of it, haven't got involved yet, you definitely should. So we're on our way there now. Let's go ahead and make it happen. All right, so we're about to get on the highway with it. I got it in third gear. I'm about to get chopped up here by a Hellcat. Oh, my bad. It's a 392. You can see I got her up about 4,500 RPMs. We dropped fourth gear, and she's just, look at this, 60 miles an hour. She's butter, man. She is butter. Fifth gear. She is butter. Now, one thing I was tripping about in this car, because it is only a 5-speed, is that it sits at 3,000 RPMs, and I'm thinking it's going to get crap gas mileage. But no, it's actually pretty solid. You know, 36 miles a gallon on average is not bad. And like I said, it's just cruising down the highway. Look, running straight line. Alignment's good. Tires are like brand friggin' new. I mean, this car is going to be a really good car for somebody. And I know there's a lot of wind, guys. We're on the highway. It's hot as balls. It's 97 degrees, and I got the windows down. The things I do for this channel. Now, I know someone's going to say, what's up with that mark in the window? Safe Light is going to come squirt their crap in it. I actually had a big chunk of a rock bounce off of a truck and hit the window. Yes, that truck's insurance will be paying to repair that. That ain't coming off my insurance, because it didn't just hit this windshield either. It actually hit somebody else's car. Luckily, it didn't hit any body panels. It just hit the window. But anyways, let's go ahead. I got about a 15-minute drive. Let's go ahead and get this thing out through Oklahoma City. Look at this, we're at 70. Look at this thing, man. This thing runs like a champ. Like a champ, man. Let's go ahead and go get this thing tightened up and get this AC fixed, shall we? Show them how you really feel. How do you fuck up a hot dog?
Yeah, explain this. Look at the relish I've already scraped off into the damn container.
Bro, why does your hot dog look like a cream pie? Yo, it's about to leak on you,
man.
It's like, it's leaking out there. This is bad.
And of all places, Sonic. Oh my god, did they put chili on this too?
Has it got chili on it?
And relish?
What the fuck?
This has got chili and cheese and relish and mustard and ketchup.
You just ordered a regular hot dog.
I said a fucking hot dog with ketchup, mustard, and relish.
This is bad.
The dude was a window licker. You could tell from his voice. Guys, it's going to shoot shards of metal throughout the system. When you replace your compressor, you should be replacing your evaporator, your accumulator, dryer, all of it, everything under here, including the piece that goes up front for your air conditioning that keeps it cool. And then you got these down here. You're also going to have an orifice tube. Now, I don't know. Some of them, the orifice tube is kind of an integrated filter. The orifice tube is actually a filter. It's kind of an integrated filter. It's usually attached in a line. You can pull the line off and you can pull the filter out. But all of this really should have been replaced. So I am betting that it's clogged up. I'm betting that the old compressor had a nasty death. And because of that, it shot metal through the system, and they thought they were going to get by with just putting a compressor on. Put a compressor on it and realized, oops. Yeah, failed. I mean, the thing is, guys, the cost of a compressor, this other stuff is cheap.
The whole system was like $150 to replace.
Yeah, it's not that expensive. So, basically what we're going to do today is we are going to suck down the system, put it back on. It's already evacuated. We're just going to put a vacuum on it, make sure it's going to hold, which I'm sure it will. From there, we'll put some fresh Freon in it and see if it makes any difference, which it probably won't, but I've got like 10 cans of Freon laying around, or refrigerant, I'm sorry. They get mad when you call it Freon, because it's not Freon anymore. Now it's refrigerant, and it's not rims, it's wheels. You gotta be real careful what you say. You piss a lot of people off on YouTube.
Back in my day, we said it however the hell we wanted to say it.
Yeah, hey, it's my channel, but I gotta be careful how I say things, because otherwise people get really, really pissed off about it. So I do not think that we're going to be able to fix this with just sucking it down and putting Freon in it, guys. So I want to make that very clear from the beginning of the video. Yes, I know this probably won't work, but this is also the cheapest way. And if it works, great. We save some money. If it doesn't work,
then it's going to a shop.
Yeah, I mean, you could take it to a shop where we could do it. The thing is, like, to do this, I believe you got to take the radiator, the
whole
system,
thing, the fans, all of it.
Yeah,
I looked at the manual online. It's a bitch.
Yeah, dump the coolant. Most likely, the front, most of the stuff up here is going to have to come off so you can actually have access to it. Looks like this like header panel right here probably just unbolts. It's going to be a job. It's going to be a job. But let's go ahead and get the stuff hooked up to it and see if it'll hold a vacuum first. All right, so we've got the manifold set hooked up to the pump here. As you can see, there's nothing in it, sitting dead at 0. What you're going to want to see, now that we got everything, all the valves are open. So we've got the low side open, high side open. We've also got these valves wide open as well. Wish this thing would stay pointing this direction so you could actually see the amount of vacuum. You also want to make sure your pump has good oil, and it does. I've only used this a handful of times, so I don't even remember where the power button is, but there is. There's a damn power button on it somewhere. Where the hell is it?
Is this
there it is.
Oh.
That was uneventful. Are you kidding me?
There it is.
Man, I was going to say, come on now.
Whoa.
Come on now. Don't fail me, Amazon special. Now, you notice as it starts pulling a vacuum, you want to look over here on your blue, your low side gauge. You'll see that it's pulling right now 22 inch and HG. What is that? I don't know. I don't know what HG stands for, guys. I think that's like a measurement of mercury or something like that. So you're never going to get a perfect vacuum. Perfect vacuum would be 30 psi, or not 30 psi, but whatever this 30 is right here.
30 HG, yeah.
Yeah, so if I understand correctly, you cannot, it's not physically possible on Earth to be able to pull a vacuum that high. So as you can see, hopefully you can see, it's damn close. Like, it is damn close. Oh yeah, you want to see the smoke coming out of it? All right, there is, it appears to be smoke. It's not smoke, guys. There's moisture in the system. This is normal, and that's the purpose of running a vacuum. Number one, to verify when you shut it off that those gauges are going to hold a vacuum, and number two, to get any moisture in the system. Moisture is bad for an air conditioning system. You don't want moisture in the system, guys. It'll destroy it. So we'll let this run. I'll run this for about 30 minutes. Then we'll come back and we'll shut it off. Then we'll see where the gauge is set. We'll watch those 30 minutes after we shut off the machine. And if it can hold a vacuum for about a half an hour, then we know it's ready to be refilled with our R134. And you know, at that point we try it out. If it works, it works. And if it doesn't, well,
that is what it is.
It is what it is. Yep. Figure it out from there. I'm doing the best I can with the tools I got on hand right now. So let's see what happens, guys. We'll be back. All right, so we've left this sitting here, shut off for about half an hour now. And you can see it is still holding a perfect vacuum, man. Like, that needle is right where it needs to be. So I would say at this point, what we need to do is close off these valves so that when we disconnect them, we don't introduce any air into the system. What this also does is by pulling a vacuum, I know a lot of people take an AC system, they just throw a can in it, and you can do that. You can absolutely do that. But what this does is, since it's holding a vacuum on it now, when we take these connectors off, there is going to be literally a heavy, heavy vacuum on the system. So when you put your Freon in it, refrigerant, whatever you want to call it, that vacuum is actually going to help suck the stuff in the can into your system. So it's a good thing. And you know, that's what we're going to do before we even start the car. I'm going to go ahead and use the vacuum to start pulling. I've got 3 cans, so what I'm going to do is it'll tell you here how much refrigerant this car takes. Right here it says refrigerant, blah, 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 obviously R134A, 750 grams. Now that's, thank you, metric system. Yeah, so we got to figure out how many metric grams or whatever it takes. So, okay, 340 grams.
There we go.
Okay, each one of these is 340 grams. So 2 of these are 680. You need 720. So here is 680 grams. So 680. And we'll definitely take 2 cans, and then we'll use just a little. I know this is not the right way to do it. We should be having a scale, and I don't know.
Whatever.
I got all that stuff, guys. So you can get an idea. Obviously, 280 grams, right? 160 each. Oh, wow, 340. Okay, 680. We need 750. So we'll use
like half.
Yeah, probably about right here. You can feel. I know, again, it's not the proper way to. We'll use 2 in approximately a quarter can. And then once we're done with this, we'll go ahead. I've got another gauge. I don't know where it is, but it's similar to this one. And we'll make sure that it's in the green. And that'll give us, you really want it to be around 30. That's generally where it's going to need to be. It's a really hot day today, so we can actually have it up a little higher because it's like 130 degrees outside. So I'm going to disconnect all this. We'll come back. We'll suck this stuff into the system, and we'll find out if it worked or not. So I know a lot of you are going to be like, wait a minute, Randy, why are you using this, you know, Walmart hose here when you've got a manifold gauge set that you could have to, mainly because there's these new cans, they're not like the old ones. You've got to have a special adapter, which I have right here. This adapter is really not in good shape. This whole thing is cheap from Walmart. So we're going to go ahead and just use this. I'm going to shake it up a little bit, hold it higher than the car. Listen to that.
It's sucking it in.
Yeah. And I'm just going to let it take it in until it stops. See? And once it slows down, we'll start the car, and hopefully the compressor, there it goes. That's as much as she's going to take. So we'll go ahead and start the car now. I'll move this out of the way. Make sure the AC is on max. And cold and recirculate.
All right. Make sure I'm not in gear.
About to be a moment of truth, guys.
AC on. All right, no music, please. All right, max, here we go.
And recirculating.
Yep, and recirculating.
Okay, the pressure's getting on now. And I think it's gonna work this time, dude.
Uh-oh.
I do, I think it's gonna work.
Uh-oh.
Because I'm already seeing, see how the gauge is going backwards?
Down.
It's not, it was in the yellow. Now it's in the green.
Oh boy!
So instead of boring you guys with standing here holding a can for the next 10 minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and fill this thing up. This is a time-consuming process. I don't want to waste your time with it. But I'm gonna go ahead and fill this thing up as best I can, and we're gonna come back and see if the AC works. Not new.
Ah.
Well, it looks like the verdict is in on this one, guys. So the air compressor, again, is running constantly, but I only put half a can in it. It only took half a can. The interesting thing is the high side, the low side, unfortunately, is having an issue connecting to the low side of this. It connects to the low side on my thing here just fine, but yeah, it's having a hard time connecting to this. So what we had to do is, for the low side, we got to use this. Now, keep in mind, guys, AC is running, and she's in the red. If you look, it's probably sitting at about 90. I'd say between 70 and 90 in the red there. If you look up here, it's about the same in the red on the high side. The low side and high side with the compressor running should not be anywhere near the same. We've got something seriously wrong in the system here. I don't know what it is. I'm never going to come on here and tell you guys I'm an air conditioning expert. I can do the basics, and normally what I do tends to work, but in this particular scenario, this is beyond my know-how. This is literally beyond anything that I've ever experienced before. High side and low side are equal. That should not be. The high side will usually be up into the 200, 150, 200, something like that. High side usually up in this area, and the low side is usually right around here, 30 to 40. So the fact that we've got the low side around 70 or so, and we've got the high side at around 90, there's something very wrong here. Definitely something very wrong. The AC is not cold, obviously. We can't put more in it because it's already overfilled.
The can is hot.
Yeah, the can's gonna be hot because it's sitting right in front of the motor, and it's been sitting here like this for a while.
Yeah.
So it's just absorbing all that heat. Yeah, AC is hot. It's only got half a can in it, guys. Literally, it's got half a can of Freon. With half a can of Freon or refrigerant, the compressor should not be running like everything is hunky-dory. It should not be sitting here thinking that everything is good in the world. Absolutely not. Before we start feeling the cold, and of course, you're going out of hot. So, you guys, you can comment below, because this is definitely outside of my expertise, outside of anything that I can figure out. What I would guess, though, is that there's got to be a clog in here somewhere, but he's got paperwork showing that they redid the compressor.
Yep.
They put a new condenser on it too. Yep. And apparently the accumulator, all of that was replaced as well, I guess.
Yep.
So it looks like the AC system was completely redone. So why
is it not working?
Yeah, why it's not working, I don't know. And unfortunately, I'm one of those. I'm like the jack of many trades. I know just enough
to give
about a lot of things to get things done, but unfortunately, I'm the, what do they say, the jack of all trades is the master of none, or the ace of none, or something like that. That's a fact. It's a fact. I can admit that. I can admit when I've been defeated, and I've definitely been defeated here. So I'm going to kind of rely on you guys, man. Comment below and tell me what you think. Hopefully one or two of you out there has got more experience with air conditioning systems, and you can see where these gauges are and understand that it only took half a can, yet the compressor is running 24/7. Yeah, maybe you can explain what you think the problem would be. And with that, that's all I can do, man. So, yeah. Shout out to TK for free video content. Hey, yeah. We didn't lose anything on it, and this just goes to show, guys, even when I fail on something, I'll still win. I'll still show you. Like, I'm still going to come out and tell you, I tried, and, I failed. That's that. It may not hurt to go on Google and see, maybe try to look up this, but honestly, I think an AC shop would probably charge, I don't know what they'd charge, $100? Probably. And they'd probably be able to at least tell you, like, this is what it is. Yep. Now at that point, it's like you get a $1,200 repair, but yeah, it's like, no. Yeah, I don't know. We're giving this away. Yeah, it's a free car. somebody will enjoy it. But no, I'm not putting 1,200 into the AC. No. Look, it's a running and driving car that gets good gas mileage. Maybe somebody from like Maine or Michigan will win it. Yeah. It won't matter. Some of them don't need it. Some of them need air conditioning. It does suck, but I mean, it is what it is. Free car. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. It's just runs like a rate tape on the highway. Yeah, it gets great gas mileage. It's reliable. It runs. So you put what, 900 miles on it? Yeah, he's put miles on it. So I mean, it is a free car, guys. We tried. So comment below if you know anything about the air conditioning systems, and maybe you can help guide us in the right direction on where we need to be going with this. With that, guys, we are going to get out of here. All right, guys, that's going to cut it for today's video. Major shout out to Randy for confirming that I'm not a fucking idiot. Because I bought this can and felt like a straight fucking idiot. Two fucking idiots can't fix an air conditioner. So that shit is a wrap. Unfortunately, whoever wins this car, I don't know. I might go get a diagnostic on it. It's like $100. Have an AC shop tell me what's wrong with it. But if it's
very, very intensive. Damn, somebody's kids out there getting
beat.
Yeah, I was like, yo, is there a or there's a van out there that says free
Yeah.
candy. Wow. Anyways, with that said, that's gonna do it for today's video. Make sure you go check out Randy's video, Randy's channel, Auto Auction Rebuilds, if you haven't already.
Auto Auction Refills.
Refill. Oh yeah, refills. Oh man. Anyways, y'all let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I don't care, man. It's a free car. I don't think anyone's gonna bitch about a reliable 5-speed manual that runs like a rape tape on the highway. So with that said, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Well, the air conditioning didn't work out. We got a lot of wind though. Window is open and we're rolling. Outside of the AC, everything else in this car is great.